Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of BMX React, where this time we're not going to be taking a look at something from the past in BMX, well, at least not any further back than this past week. So we've got Kriss Kyle, 23, from BSD BMX. It was uploaded May 23rd, so literally just 3 days ago when I'm recording this. And I wasn't going to react to this one. I was going to take a look at an older Rob Wise video that my buddy Jeff Mead sent me, but then I watched the first 45 seconds and was like, dude, holy crap, after every single trick. And it was like, this is just the beginning of this one. What's in store? So we're going to be reacting to this one today. But before we do that, let's take a look at the description of this video. Back down to earth for Kriss Kyle's new BSD video. If you don't know what that's referencing, he literally just rode his bike on a floating skate park underneath of a hot air balloon. Just look up hot air balloon BMX if you don't know what I'm talking about. And then it says, and back to Unit 23 where it all began. With his limitless creativity on the bike, the new lines at Kriss's home park just keep on coming. This is Kriss Kyle, 23, guest clip from Hector Spencer Wood, and video by Dave Sowerby, BMX BSD Forever. So this one is 3 minutes 54 seconds, and let's just get right on into it. This first clip, obviously I watched the first 45 seconds, as I said, but this wall ride is so wild. Look at how he has to go to get speed, then just cranking his ass off at it. Huge gap. That's so sick. He's kind of like chill out. BSD presents. Nice song coming in here. Got a vibe to it. Kriss Kyle, 23. Here we go. This is where things just go, what? Like this, okay, gap. All right, fine. Gap to pedal feeble. Like, what? Then this gap to like downside Smith 270. That's a big gap. So wild. And the trick itself is not easy. Jeez, he carved up that wall, then went to the other wall. And then makes it even more difficult with the nose jam. Then the back jam to fakie. That makes it even harder. Dude, that's a sick trick. To manual 180. Jeez, the alley-oop foot plant down to manual. All right, we're gonna have to rewatch that one to get it. Kriss Kyle is a lip lord, if you weren't aware. Whoa, he hit that sub off the wall. And then manuals into the wall, then hops off the wall. Jeez, that's bike control. Oh, 360 hand plant to fakie to full cab. What the hell? Dude, this is nuts. Okay, that's sick. The thread the needle foot plant 180. Damn, shout out to Josh Harrington with the downside pegs around the bull corner. And Van Homan, I'm pretty sure. Flare. Duck bags. Tap to fakie. This video has something for everyone. All right, here's the guest clip. I forget the name, but damn. That's Celador? Ooh, he struggled on this one. What is it? We see the struggle. We see him cranking at it. Pedaling his ass off. Whatever. The pocket wall to pegs. Dude, that's nuts. I'm glad that I did the react video to this. Okay, okay. That's definitely a spot no one's probably ever ridden before. The alley-oop wall to manual 180, cab ice, foot plant, the rafter or the I-beam above the park, drop the manual whip. Dude, whatever. Kriss Kyle, you are amazing. What's the last clip gonna be? These have all been insane. Ooh, foot plant into that quarter off that huge thing. I mean, this is reminiscent of Drew Bazanson riding a joyride in my eyes, doing these huge, crazy gaps and things that nobody would ever look at. That was sick. 23. Anything after this? No. All right. I'm going to need to analyze just to understand half of the stuff that happened. I mean, this wall ride in itself, how far do you think that is? I mean, this alone, that's probably between 17 and 20 feet. That is my calculation. I'm going to guess 20-foot travel distance. So crazy. Then this gap at the beginning is what got me because you're like, okay, cool. He's doing a huge air transfer, hitting the channel gap, going over these stairs and the railings. That's sick. But then he doesn't turn. And you're like, where is he going? Boom! Front pedal feeble on the quarter, grinding. Dude, that is so insane. And then you got this huge, that's probably, I mean, I would guess that's probably 3 or 4 foot sub. Looks like it might be a 4 foot. Then you probably got 4 foot quarters. So it's like 7, 8 foot reasonable guess to gap up to this Smith to 270. What else we got in here? The huge carving pocket wall is so sweet. Carving up a wall like that out of a quarter is so much fun, and to not be limited by the height of it to where you can just hop over to that wall ride. Then coming in, carving super hard for that nose jam makes it even more difficult. It ups the difficulty level. Then he makes it even crazier and harder of a line by adding another trick to it in the back tire jam to 180 out. Then the fakie bar after carving. Like he's not just turning a fakie around where he could right there. No, he's carving again up the quarter and then doing a bar. Wow. The alley oop foot plants. This trick is nuts in itself. Shout out to Mike Aiken. And then, boom, drop to manual. Imagine the impact of that and trying to keep a manual from just not working. This one is the one that I'm like, cannot compute. Doot, doot, doot. So we go up. He's going up it. He nollies into the Phoebes. Okay, that makes sense. And downside foot jam whip makes sense. Drop to Smith to catch it is just difficulty level times 1,000. And then going in, as you'd expect. I mean, are you really going to make that? How much crazier can you make that? It was already insane. This is really creative and fun too. I like this because he goes up that vert wall, comes off of it into that pegs, drops to the manual, and you're like, okay, yeah, that was amazing. Just go in. No, we don't just go in. We drop into this slant wall, hit it, and then make sure we pull up enough to not nose case and die. Okay, just crazy. My goodness. Hall one. The 360 hand plant. Okay, you're like, okay, that's rad. He's doing a 3 hand plant. But then the theme of this is like, how do we take it to the next level higher? It's like, okay, cool, 360 hand plant. Oh, wait a minute. He's landing fakie on the quarter. And then you're like, okay, that's cool. How do we take it to the next level even further? We do a full cab into the quarter that we came off of connected to that vert wall. Whatever. And that's not even halfway through the video yet. What the hell? Then this is like kind of, you can't get a great perspective on how thread the needle this is, where if he's much higher than this, he's gonna hit that red pipe. So that's just wild in itself. You don't even have to take that to the next level. That was a big slant wall to come out of. Then the shout out to Van Homan, Josh Harrington, downside double peg grind around a pocket. Love that. Then the nose manual foot jam 360. Okay. Flare, you're like, and you know what? I've got to shout out to the video making aspect of this, where everything is a surprise, is definitely intentional. Where we come into this and we see him doing the flare, and you have no idea that the sub is even there. Same with that 360 hand plant to fakie that he did. It was the exact same setup. So that's 158 right here. You see him do that very close up, and you can't tell where he's going unless you know the park. And even then, you maybe can't guess what he's gonna do. This is the same way with the flare and then the reveal clip where he goes to the pegs and you're like, damn. And then he takes it even further instead of just going in by dropping to that manual 180. This video is amazing. Then the guest clip. Look at this thread the needle tire ride to Celador wall ride, gap into the roller. Obviously, it's not a Celador, but it looks like it. So come on. That is nuts too, taking it to the next level. Then this, you're like, what is he doing? Why is he struggling so much on this sub? And he's frustrated. Then you see him cranking across the skate park. And you're like, all right, where's he going now? Boom, huge pocket wall to double peg on the sub. The pocket wall is hard enough in itself to pull off of and get to something else, let alone get the accuracy to land in the double peg. Man, that's wild. That one didn't need anything to make it crazier. I noticed this in the first part, but didn't have a chance to say anything about it. Watch his pegs right here, where he hits and stuff just kind of goes flying a little bit, like that little added touch. But it's a nice little secret spot he's going into here where he rides up the thing where you push your tires to make it easier to get up the stairs. Going to the little manual, barring out. Just fun. Alley-oop wall ride. Manual. 180. Break-in full cab ice. I mean, it's a short sub, so this might have been like full cab ice tire tap a little bit, but who cares? It's sick. The foot plant on the I-beam. You're like, dang, that's crazy. Where's he going with that? Oh, just drop manual. Okay. And then going 0 speed, 0 miles per hour. We're going to do a tail whip out. Sure. Makes sense. This video is nuts. The more you break it down and analyze it, the crazier this video is. That's why I'm spending so much time on it. And then the Drew Bazanson foot plant off of the top rope into the quarter over the railing. That is huge. You could probably presume that these are cinder blocks, so you could say cinder blocks about a foot tall, 10 inches to a foot. So we could reasonably say that that's 4 to 4.5 feet of cinder block there. Then you got probably 3 or more there. Then you got another 3 or 4. So 10 feet, 10, 11 feet, dropping off the foot plant into that, which is a little bit blind coming into it because he probably can't see where he's actually landing. You probably see way out here, even then, maybe. So the scare factor here is probably even higher than what you'd think just looking at it. So, god dang it, man. This video is nuts. Kriss Kyle, you have done it again. This video has 18,000 views. Almost. Yeah, 5 more views than of 18. Let's give it another like. Video is incredible. It's linked in the description below. Definitely go over and add to this view and like count. Shout out to BSD for helping make videos like this happen, and Kriss Kyle for just being incredible and being consistent in the things he's doing. He's always coming out with this type of stuff, and I feel like it's just consistently year after year amazing Kriss Kyle videos coming out, and he's constantly progressing and getting better and taking it to the next level. And shout out to Dave Sowerby for making this video in a way that just takes it to the next level and makes it a surprise what we're going to see, and you're just stoked to keep it going. On that note, thank you for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed this one. Let me know in the comments below what I should react to next. Maybe I should watch that Rob Wise video and post that up as the next reaction. Let me know. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. We'll see you tomorrow.